Ragnite, a mysterious ore that emits an azure glow. It contains a magical energy known as mana. Its discovery brought prosperity to the masses, thanks to a select few who could wield its power through alchemy. In due time, the mana engine, an alchemic device that uses ragnite as fuel, was invented in Europa. The processing of mana itself became an industry, allowing the masses to access alchemy and sparking a revolution. This azure revolution transformed Europa. As the demand for ragnite grew, so too did the conflict between countries. Thus began the Age of Imperialism, in which countries would expand their borders through aggressive military action. The revolution transformed mankind's history into one of endless war over the azure mineral. The Kingdom of Jutland, September 15th, 1954, EC. On this day 100 years ago, the European Liberation War that shook the country came to an end. Elsinore, the capital of Jutland, is lively in celebration for the centennial anniversary of the country's freedom. Meanwhile, in a grove far away from the bustling city, two people from the Institute of Alchemy stand before a grave.
I'd like to know the truth, Professor.
The truth? What of?
I've been researching the Liberation War for a long time, and after going through the records, I've begun to have some doubts. Like, did the traitors really commit treason?
The Elsinore trials have ruled it as such. The history books paint a similar picture, too.
I've seen the court records written by Lord Donovan Lindegard. The 5 traitors conspired to thrust Jutland into war for self-interest. They incited the citizenry to rise up, leading to the death of thousands. But is it even possible to start a war through personal greed alone? That conflict is now referred to as the Liberation War. The name speaks for itself. Doesn't the country as we know it exist exactly because they rose to action? Professor, you come from a line of instructors that spans 5 generations, all of whom taught at the Institute. And the time of your great-great-grandmother's tenure is of particular interest. I've heard that Princess Ophelia and the leader of the traitors, Amlet Gronkair, were classmates and her pupils. Have you heard anything from your family about that period? How did the traitors feel? What did they think? Or why did they lead this country down the path of war? If there's some hidden truth, we should share it with the world. I've looked through a lot of historical documents and research papers regarding the traitors. I've reviewed historical facts and researched them time and again. And I've concluded that there's an important fact that remains hidden about the traitors.
And that would be?
I haven't gotten that far yet. Still, I don't believe that the traitors started a war for selfish reasons. Jutland won the war and underwent a massive growth. The fact that they laid the foundation for it should be ample reason why we shouldn't think of them as criminals. If I may be so bold, I even think the honor of those 5 should be restored.
That is quite a bold notion. There's no need to restore their honor.
Then do you accept the contents of that trial, Professor?
They didn't want to restore their honor. They wanted to watch over this area. That was their only request.
Huh?
It was for that reason they accepted the brand of traitor and the penalty of death that accompanied it. Their only wish was for all 5 of them to rest here in this land. Still, the people couldn't forgive them.
But it's clear that their request has been granted. Why is that?
It was done out of love, a complex one at that.
You have heard something then, haven't you? Please, you have to tell me, Professor.
Very well. What I'm about to discuss, as you've surmised, this is a truth that's been passed down by my family, starting with my great-great-grandmother. Listen to it in its entirety, and then decide for yourself if this is a tale that should be shared with the world. October 4th, 1853, E.C. The region of Molde, where we stand now, became the first battleground in the war between Jutland and Ruse. Jutland's anti-Valkyria school, the Rusi Empire. They were known as the Vannergund. Commanding officer Amlet Gronkair was one of the traitors.